Nothing says confidence or strength than saying, "Can you please hold my hand while I do a big event?" Do you know what I'm referencing here, Indy?
I don't in this case. I hope it's not the DNC.
It has to deal with our friends, the Democrats, because apparently Kamala is about to have her first big interview, her first big old interview, and Tim Walz is going to be there with her. So he's going to be taking up half the time. If you're running for president, oh boy, my voice cracked. Haha. If you're running for president, why is it that you need your VP there with you to hold your hand?
Is there
babysitters
a line now going to be, well, why isn't she doing it by herself?
Yeah, I do think people are going to bring that up. Like, I have great confidence in Dana and CNN to do this. I think it's incredibly weak sauce to show up with your running mate. The fact that they don't have enough confidence in her to let her sit herself, the actual top of the ticket, and do a single interview. In fact, I think the hand wringing and the gyrations over this over the last month show a troubling lack of confidence in her political ability, which also makes you wonder as a voter, well, what kind of president would you be if this kind of a small time decision, can we do an interview or not? What does that look like for your decision-making process, so on? So I think Republicans are going to think it's pretty weak to show up with effectively someone to take up half the time.
And I don't see Trump doing that. I mean, yes, there was one interview he did with J.D. Vance, but look at all the other interviews that Trump has done solo. Especially on major media platforms and on larger social media platforms, in which the content creators have millions upon millions of views. Trump does it by himself. Indy, before we continue breaking this down, we even have this article here from The Hill. So let's go and look at this. Vice President Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will participate in their first joint interview with CNN on Thursday. And this is going to, again, take place this week. So CNN's Dana Bash will conduct the interview, which is set to air at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So there you go. Harris has faced mounting pressure to sit for an interview since she rode to the top. That's a horrible choice of words of the Democratic ticket. Since she rode to the top. I wonder. Horrible choice of words. She has answered only brief questions from reporters traveling with her in the months since. Harris said earlier this month she would schedule an interview before the end of August after the Democratic National Convention. Harris and Walz accepted the nomination at their party's convention last week, which again, any kind of momentum they had was killed by RFK Jr. and Trump, and then killed the next day by Tulsi Gabbard on Monday. Because let's face it, those are two major announcements. And from what we've been hearing and what we talked about on yesterday's show with Matt Weinglass, Kamala Harris and her team put their foot off the gas pedal. A source at the network told The Hill on Tuesday the high-profile interview is slated to be taped, not live, taped sometime during the day, Thursday, in Georgia, where Harris is scheduled to participate in a bus tour this week. It will air on CNN's linear cable channel and will be available to live stream for paid TV subscribers via CNN.com, CNN Connected TV.
Wait a minute. So they're only go back up. They're only going to make it available online to paid subscribers. It's going to be that bad.
Yep. And
they're telling you already. First of all, they're going to edit it together. It's not live. So it's going to be edited. So they're going to take the super cringe out. All those little awkward moments between them, you're not going to see those. All right. Because they don't know each other well. Holy moly. Wow. What a train wreck this woman is. Oh, my God.
Well, the thing is, my friend, because you've done your fair share of coverage of this politics. I mean, if you really want to make an impact, especially what we saw in 2020, everything's better live. I mean, it has to be live. If it's recorded, it could be edited. Look, I've done my fair share of recordings, and when myself and Daniel way back in 2019 did our perspective series, those were edited. They weren't live. We made sure they were premiered. But at the same time, too, if you're running for office and you're trying to get all the eyeballs to you, you don't have this recorded. You have this live, and you don't put it behind a paywall. Indy, you were going to elaborate a little bit further, and I want to give the floor to you. So take it away, because I want to go a little bit more into this article. But take it away, man.
Yeah, man. Again, paid subscribers only on CNN.com. This is a way for them to try to get the shit libs to pay for their service. because we all know, and actually it's kind of funny, when I was here with Daniel last time, he was talking about how CNN has devalued that brand down to zero, or their parent company. So CNN is literally worth nothing, and actually they're worth less than nothing because they're losing money. They're hemorrhaging money for all the salaries they're spending in order to propagandize America.
No, it's even worse than that. It's just, hold on, it gets better. So look, 5 looming challenges for Vice President Kamala Harris. So first of all, okay, this interview will be a key moment for both the Vice President and CNN, which hosted the first debate between President Biden and former President Trump earlier this summer, an event that was moderated by Bash and fellow CNN anchor Jake Tapper. Trump and his allies have consistently attacked CNN and other mainstream media outlets along the campaign trail, accusing them of being biased against them. Which, you know what, on the one hand, I do think that, yeah, he is correct. CNN is doing a bias, but there's also something else here too. There's going to be a debate taking place. And now this is from Fox News. Now, while this domehead is a scumbag, he is making a very interesting perspective on Kamala.
Isn't he Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank?
Yes, he is Mr. Wonderful. And yeah, who doesn't love that TV show?
There is no scenario where
there's only one point where I do like him, and that's where he rips apart MLMs or pyramid schemes that are presented to the sharks. Now, look, I mean, I get it. Wall Street's filled with a lot of bet. I despise MLMs and pyramid schemes, but that's a story for another day. So let's go ahead and play this.
there is no scenario where the president of the United States can't head up a press conference. Under any scenario, every president has been able to address the press, and in the good times and the bad times. She has to start talking to the press, period. There's no optionality. There's no scenario where anybody would be comfortable, particularly in the swing states where swing voters are thinking to myself, what do we got here? Why won't she talk to the press? I'm asking it from a policy guy. I need explanations for these policies because I have to invest on these policies. I have questions and I don't get any answers. I'm not being unreasonable. Come out wherever you are and talk to the press.
Which he doesn't want to talk to the press. He means talk to me, the investors. That's what he really means.
No, I absolutely agree. Go on, continue.
You know, Golden Monarch in the chat, he nailed it. You know, this guy is also, he was such a scumbag. He invested in FTX.
FTX. That's right, FTX. Sorry. I was also saying for the other sharks too, like when it does happen. But yeah, I know he was part of that FTX scam, which, by the way, only one person, I guess, Bankman-Fried, has been held accountable. The others, I want my money back, right? Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, exactly it. So go ahead, man, because I got this article from RT. But go ahead.
But yeah, Kevin O'Leary, not the best guy, but yeah, I mean, even clowns like that are apoplectic because they realize, oh my God, they might actually hand the keys to the castle over to this clown show. Mm-hmm. She can't get a sentence out. She literally, like, I just watched a thing today on Twitter where a reporter catches her like impromptu and goes, you know, if Trump wins, what policies of his are really going to be bad, and what are they going to? And it was just a vapid word salad of diversity and policies, and she's got nothing. I don't think the question registers in her brain. I don't think she's listening to anybody who says anything. I think she's already thinking about what she's going to want to say next or do next. I don't think that there's anything going on to what's happening in the room with her ever.
Wow.
Honestly.
Well, you know, when people, supporters of hers, have been interviewed on the streets, they can't name a single policy she stands for. Hey, Indy, do you want to play a game?
I would love to play a game.
Okay, you'd love to play a game? All right, folks. We're gonna play my Coca-Cola classic, and that is, has Kamala updated her campaign website? She's asking for money. No, hold on. Refresh the page. Still nothing. But let's see if they updated the store, because I want to buy.
We got merch. We got merch.
We got, yes, she can. Okay, so no new merch.
No, they're recycling Hillary's old stuff too.
Yes, she can. Hey, Indy, yes, she can. Yes, and when we fight, we win and be unburdened by what has been put on so that time can progress, so we can witness the passing of time and not know be. So they.
How did they not have a fucking unburdened shirt? Really?
I actually regret not buying the LGBTQ plus pantsuit sticker collection that she had. That was awesome. I wish.
Wait,
I bought
the bottom right corner, the signature T-shirt is
yes,
so damn funny.
Kamala.
Oh my God.
$32. Hey, best $32 you could ever spend, right?
Like she's Whitney Houston. That's like the cover of the Whitney album.
Oh,
That's
my
what she's
God.
doing. There is not one thing that is original about this human being whatsoever. It is just, I'm going to assemble the. How are you doing, fellow? Is she a lizard person?
She could be. She very well
Alex
could
Jones, man.
He might have been onto something. But look, still after the DNC convention, no policies. But yet, right here, Harris agrees to debate rules against Trump. So, former U.S. President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris have agreed to a set of rules for their upcoming presidential debate. The former announced on Tuesday. Harris allegedly wanted to use a cheat sheet. What? During the upcoming ABC-hosted showdown, but was apparently denied. Why? You see, if Trump asked for a cheat sheet, there'd be so many liberals out there being like, Trump! Doing all that stuff. I know that's a horrible impression, but it's spot on. The debate will take place on September 10th in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and be hosted by ABC News anchors David Muir and Lindsay Davis. The rules will be the same as the last CNN debate, which seemed to work out well for everyone except for perhaps crooked Joe Biden, Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform. Debate will be stand up. Candidates cannot bring notes or cheat sheets. Why would you want a cheat sheet? We have also been given assurance by this will be a fair and equitable debate and that neither side will be given questions in advance. He continued adding, and no Donna Brazile, which I will agree with because here's the thing. I have a personal bias against Donna Brazile because she spoke at my college graduation and she wouldn't shut up and she ruined it. Okay. But that's a story. Maybe I'll leave for break because, or you know what? I'll leave that for a Patreon show on Friday. Like, seriously, Donna Brazile ruined my college graduation. Anyways.
I sent you somebody screen capped the thing from Truth Social, so I sent it to you on this. I don't know how quickly or easily you can pop that up, but
could you send it to me on Discord or not Discord on private chat here on Twitter or something like that?
Yeah. I think I can.
Yeah, so
it's not a link.
Send it to me on X or like the screenshot there.
Yeah, I'll put it. Yeah, I'll do it on Twitter. Here we go. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, anyways, continue on. Before the 2016 election, CNN contributor and Democratic National Committee Vice Chair Donna Brazile gave Hillary a list of questions ahead of her town hall event with the network, and that still didn't help her win. Because cheaters never win, losers. Ha ha. Trump has long maintained that CNN and other mainstream media outlets openly favored Democrats. However, he praised the objectivity of CNN hosts Jake Tapper and Dana Bash after they moderated a debate between him and President Joe Biden in June. Because there was nothing they could do because they realized that Joe Biden was a vegetable. The debate was an unmitigated disaster for Biden, who appeared frail and confused throughout. He ended his re-election campaign 3 weeks later. Trump pulled out of the September 10th debate after Biden withdrew from the race, calling on Harris to face him on September 4th head-to-head on Fox News instead. However, Harris insisted on September 10th, and Trump agreed, before calling on the vice president to accept a total of 3 debates, including the Fox News date and a third showdown hosted by NBC News. Harris has only agreed to the ABC News debate. The Trump and Harris campaigns argued this week over rules and technical details governing the debate, with the Trump team pushing for each candidate's microphone to be muted while the other speaks and Harris staff lobbying for open mics. Harris,
this is an epic sentence right here.
Go ahead.
You gotta finish the sentence, and man, oh my God, I want to tear this apart.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna give the floor to you. I'm gonna do my best voice ever. Harris is ready to deal with Trump's constant lies and interruptions in real time. Trump should stop hiding behind the mute button, a spokesman for the vice president said on Monday. Indeed,
Wait a minute.
How do you feel?
She's doing it through a spokesman. She's ready to deal with his constant lies, but she won't even address it in a conversation with anybody. But she'll do it on September 10th to his face. Because she can't, with notes and, well, no, we can't have them. Oh my God! She's got it. She's got to have her first sit down interview. Now again, remember this is the first sit down interview. This should be Harrison, her husband. This should be the get to know you. We still don't know who the hell this person is. She's running to be the leader of the fucking country, and nobody's ever voted for her outside of California, ever. Anywhere. Oh my God.
I know who Kamala Harris is, and so do you. And you, my viewing audience, you know who Kamala Harris is. She is the candidate who is the first major one to drop out of the 2020 Democratic primary race because her campaign went belly up. She ran on nothing. She was hyped up as the next Hillary/Obama clone. Nobody liked her. She kept on, making up more lies and being a hypocrite, and was destroyed not once but twice on the debate stage by Tulsi Gabbard. And even Marianne Williamson lasted longer than her during the 2020 primary. And you know what can even be argued even more is that Marianne Williamson put more effort in her campaign into 2024 than what Kamala Harris did throughout the entire election cycle. Because again, Kamala was anointed, she was selected, and yet now she's doing a big interview with her VP. If anything, if anybody should be at her side, it should be her husband, not her vice president, because it's like a get to know you thing. This is weak sauce, and yet somehow all the media is saying that Kamala's ahead in the polls. I have seen this before. This looks like something we saw in 2016. And if the Democrats really do crap the bed, their meltdown will be glorious. I will be feasting, but it will be glorious. Hug a liberal. They're not going to be okay, folks. So continuing on, the Trump campaign spokesman Jason Miller replied that the Republican candidate has accepted the ABC debate under the exact same terms as the CNN debate before claiming that Harris asked for a seated debate with notes and opening statements, which again was denied to her. Before announcing that he had reached an agreement with the Harris team, Trump said on Sunday that he was considering backing out of the debate entirely due to ABC's ridiculous and biased coverage of him. Why should I debate against Kamala Harris on that network? He wrote on Truth Social, adding that ABC journalists have a lot to answer for. Well, they're owned by Disney. That's the truth of it. Did you send me that link on the Heartlands Media private message on Twitter?
I sent it to you, your personal one, but I sent it to the Heartlands Media.
Yeah. Send it to me because I actually want to send that. Yeah.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, the tweet itself, or whatever the post on Truth or whatever you want to call it, was really funny in itself, and the way he uses the caps and it's fake news and how he calls out Donna Brazil. They're making it too easy. The Democrats used to make it harder for the Republicans to smash them. Like, these guys are just literally putting their faces out there going, punch me in the nose, please, all day long.
Hold on. Here we go. This is from Donald Trump's account, and now he's posting back again on X.
This is Truth Social, though.
Yeah, this is again from his Truth Social account. So I have reached an agreement with the radical left. Seriously, hey, listen, I know we got a couple of Trump supporters watching this show. Look, guys, the Democrats are not on the left. And if you're just doing it just for shits and giggles, fine. But just to be clear, they're neoliberals. Anyways, continuing on. I have reached an agreement with radical left Democrats for a debate with Comrade Kamala Harris. It will be broadcasted live on ABC Fake News. That's actually wrong. Oh yeah, it will be. Sorry, I got confused with the
ABC Fake News.
ABC
dude.
Fake News. Yes, I got that confused with her sit down interview that's going to be on CNN, which will be recorded. So yes,
CNN
it will be
Fake
live.
News.
Yeah, CNN will be fake news and edited. By far the nastiest and most unfair newscaster in the business on Tuesday, September 10th, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The rules will be the same as the last CNN debate, which seemed to work out well for everyone except perhaps crooked Joe Biden. The debate will be stand up, and the candidates cannot bring notes or cheat sheets. We have also been given assurance by ABC that this will be a fair and equitable debate, and that neither side will be given questions in advance. No Donna Brazil. Harris could not agree on the Fox News debate on September 4th, but that date will be held open in case she changes her mind or flip-flops, as she has done on every single one of her long-held, cherished policy beliefs. A possible third debate, which would go to NBC Fake News, has not been agreed by the radical left. God bless America.
Dude, that is troll level 100. He's nothing else if he's not funny.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
Precisely.
Ridiculous, over the top, stupid. He learned his shit from Vince McMahon very well.
Mm-hmm.
Every single line is hyperbolic. All right. The radical left, everything has an adjective. Everything is described to the extreme. Okay. Comrade Kamala Harris. That's really funny. I mean, it's embarrassing that they're trying to push her off as this extreme lefty, crazy communist, which is, she could not be a more centrist, corporatist, right-wing, vapid vessel for the banks and Wall Street than Mitt Romney. I mean, Mitt Romney speaks clearer than her, but they basically have the same policy positions. Tell me where they're different, because I can't tell.
I have to say, my friends, everybody that's watching this, you know, if Trump had acted the way Kamala is acting now, people will be dogpiling on him. He has been doing solo interviews on a lot of major platforms and on a lot of the major social media sites as well. Kamala has been muted, even during the DNC convention, when she gave her speech. You know, I think somehow the guys that do dissidents, I don't know. Hey, Keaton Russell, on the off chance you're watching this, I don't know how you sat through that. I really don't. You're made out of stronger stuff than me. But somehow Kamala said nothing throughout her entire convention speech, and even then afterwards, the weekend after, still no major interviews. But yet it's supposed to happen this Thursday. But someone's holding her hand. What does that say about Kamala? What does that say about her as a person? She's unsure. She's not confident. And then what? She wanted cheat sheets and notes to face off against Trump. You should easily handle Trump, but yet you cannot. So for anyone that says that Kamala's competent, she's been showing me nothing but incompetence. She's been showing me nothing but somebody who cannot handle any kind of challenging situation. And yet she wants to be the commander in chief. I am not believing these polls one bit in which she's ahead of Donald Trump. And if somehow out of the blue she does win, are we as a country going to be okay? Because she obviously needs to be guided and helped. Look at how she has handled her staff. She hemorrhaged more of her staff members than any other person in the Biden-Harris administration. She has
92%.
She has failed in every single aspect of her job as VP. Indy, I want to give you the final word.
She doesn't have really much of a role, but they tried to hand her the border as a responsibility. It was too hard, and she didn't really know what to do, so she just stuck it in a drawer for 3 years, and nothing's happened down at the border as a result. Now, she can't handle the pageantry. Now, the one thing is Joe Biden, this is going to be much of the same. Nothing will fundamentally change. Joe Biden's been handled. We know Joe Biden has been running the country. He's certainly not running the country right now. He's on permanent vacation. Everybody's basically said so. So
yeah,
to me, it's going to be, Jake Sullivan and West Executive Advisors and Victoria Nuland from Behind the Shadows with Robert Keegan and PNAC and all the same players that have been running this, the Obama play through the Hillary play. They want to continue and ramp up what's happening in Ukraine. It's disgraceful, and they need to lose. Everybody needs to lose. Trump would. I would wish Trump could lose. And we're going to talk about how I'm none of the above. I'm not on team anything, because this is all insane that they're asking us to get on board with any of this.
Exactly. So I think everyone, look, Harlan's Media, we'll talk about it. Obviously, this will be behind a paywall, so we'll do what we can to at least get some snippets of it to talk about it on Friday's show, or use that, give our thoughts about it for an aftermath live stream. But if you're running to be commander-in-chief, be commander-in-chief. But we have seen this before in antiquity. If you remember the last of the Roman emperors, they weren't put in positions by merit. They were selected. They either bought the seat. And if the United States is going down the same pathway where the presidency means absolutely nothing, folks, if you haven't come to terms with the fact that we are on our own, let this be evidence to you. What the Democrats want to put in office is a puppet. We are on our own, and we only have each other now.